Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for coming out today to PCK. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katie Gunter. I am the nutrition educator here at Phil Abundance. I am a registered dietitian by trade, so I get to bring all that fun knowledge that I learned and apply it here at Phil Abundance. And again, I am joined by Chef Khai. We are going to be making a roasted cauliflower and smoked Gouda mac and cheese. And then we are also going to make a Brussels sprout and broccoli salad. I'm gonna start by preparing the cauliflower, that's for the mac and cheese. To do that, it says to cut small. So what's cool about this recipe is that we get a fan favorite mac and cheese and we get to sneak in some vegetables in there. As a registered dietitian, I'm always looking for ways to get in more vegetables. I'm gonna toss it in here and then I'm gonna add in some salt, pepper, garlic, honey, and a little bit of cooking oil. Half a teaspoon of salt. So I'm adding in a half teaspoon of black pepper, half a tablespoon of garlic powder, half a tablespoon of honey, quarter cup of olive oil. Now I'm just gonna toss this gently in the bowl. And now I'm going to pour it onto this baking sheet. And now I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes until it's lightly roasted. It's got a light brown color to it. Well, would you look at that? 10 minutes later, we got our roasted cauliflower. While this is in the oven cooking, you're gonna go ahead and start the cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. So we're gonna make a roux. So for those of you who are not familiar, that is when you combine butter and all-purpose flour and you whisk it real quick, and then you add in the milk and the cheese to help make like a thick sauce. So that's 2 tablespoons of butter. Once that melts, I'm gonna add in a half cup of this flour, and then I'm gonna whisk it.
Anybody who's unfamiliar with making a roux, you definitely wanna make sure that you let your butter melt all the way before you add in your flour. That's gonna help to stop from burning on the bottom a little bit.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and add in, like I said, this half cup of flour, and then I'm going to whisk it until it combines and forms like a crumble or a paste.
Once you guys start to add in the milk to your roux, you wanna make sure that you do it a little bit at a time too. And give the milk enough time to heat up and actually really start to combine into the milk so you get like a nice thick sauce.
This is a little different than that Kraft mac and cheese we make, huh? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and add in our cheese. I'm gonna remove it from the heat. So now I'm gonna add in 1 cup of shredded smoked Gouda and 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. All right, I'm gonna add in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. So we have 8-ounce cooked noodles here, and then add in our handy dandy roasted cauliflower. Now I'm going to pour it into an oven-safe casserole dish. So we're gonna add a little bit more of both the Gouda and the cheddar cheese right on top. All right, now I'm gonna throw this into our still heated up oven. Ta-da! That was a fast 20 minutes. All right, so that is our cauliflower and smoked Gouda mac and cheese. They are passing around samples right now. So while everybody's getting their snack in, I'm gonna start on our second dish of the night, which is a Brussels sprout and broccoli salad. We love a homemade dressing. You can control how much fat is in it, what the flavor is, if you like it more salty, less salty, more garlic, you know. I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and then 1.5 tablespoons, half and half. A tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, some poppy seeds, and some dried mustard powder. So we got our dressing ready to go. Salad takes a half pound of Brussels sprouts, 1 head of broccoli, 1/4 of a red onion, 1.5 cups of shredded kale. I'm just gonna chop off the end, and then I'm gonna slice it thin. And we got our nicely sliced Brussels sprouts. Now I'm gonna trim up a head of broccoli. We're gonna cut it into small florets. Finely slice a 1/4 of a red onion. We don't wanna eat the tough stem. It's a little bitter. We just wanna try to eat the leaves. So I'm just gonna pull the leaves off and then chop it up. Next, I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of craisins, dried cranberries, get a little bit of sweetness. Now I'm going to add in this dressing that we prepared. And then you're just gonna toss this until it's combined. And then last but not least, we're gonna top it with some almonds, some sliced almonds. And there you have it, a nice simple summer salad with Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Looks like the samples are going around, so enjoy.